In this video, we are going to practice past paper question on the topic function. Question number 1. A function f is defined by f of x equal to, this is the sign of equal to, x plus 5 divided by 3. This is our function in the question. F of x is equal to x plus 5 divided by 3. In part A, given that f of 1, when x is 1, the answer is k. When we put 1 into the function, the answer will be k. We have to find the value of k. That is, f of 1 is k. So let's put 1 in x. And f of 1, this f of 1 is k. So we will replace k with f of 1. So it will become k is equal to, it is 1 plus 5, 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Therefore k is 2. In second part, B part, given also that f inverse of x is equal to cx plus d, find the value of c and d. To find the value of c and d, there are two different methods, but today we will restrict ourselves to the method number 1, in which we will find first inverse of this function. So let's see how to find the inverse of this function, and then we will solve this part B. To find the inverse of this function, we will let this f of x is equal to y. So we will replace f of x with y. So the function will become y is equal to x plus 5 over 3. As we know that in inverse, x converted into y and y converted into x. So therefore we switch y with x and x with y. So this is step number 1. What we have done here, we have switched y with x and x with y. Now in the next step, we have to make this y the subject of this equation. So the cross multiply is y plus 5, and then bringing this 5 over here, this is 3x minus 5. So this is the inverse of this function. The final step, and this is our new y. So this new y is basically inverse. So we call this y f inverse x, and the f inverse x is 3x minus 5. So this is our f inverse of x. So in the last step, we replace this new y with f inverse of x to show that this function is basically the inverse of the function f of x. Now we have found f inverse of x. The question is, f inverse of x is equal to cx plus d. This f inverse x is equal to, it is equal to cx plus d. What we did here, we have replaced this f of x with cx plus d, and the rest function is the same. Now we will see in this equation. Now in this equation, if we compare both sides, we can see here, this is cx, this is x term, and here we also have x term, and it is constant. This d is also constant. So by comparison, this cx will be equal to 3x, and from here x cancelled, C will be 3. And if we compare this, the next one, D, this plus D is equal to minus 5. Therefore, D is minus 5. In the next question, f of x is equal to 3x plus 5 and we have to find f of 3. Here what we have to do, we have to just plug in 3 in x. This is our function, and f of 3, but what we have to do, we just plug in 3 in x. So it is f of 3 and 3, and the value of x is 3. Always use bracket when you plug in some value. So the answer is 9 and 9 plus 40. So f of 3 is 40. The B part is the function g is defined by g of x is equal to 3x minus 3 multiply x plus k. And given that g of 0 is equal to minus 15. It means that when we put 0 in x, the answer will be minus 15. This is g of x. Here first we have to put 0 in x. So g of 0 will become, when we put 0 here, it will become 0 minus 3, that is minus 3. And when we put here 0 here, 0 plus k is k. And we know that g of 0 is minus 15. So we put minus 15 here. And it is minus 3k. So the k value of k is minus minus cancel, and for 15 divided by 3 is 5. Therefore the value of k is 5. In second part of this question, B part, we have to find x such that g of x is equal to 0. So as we have found g of x, so as we have found k is 5, so we have plugged in k here. Therefore g of x is 2x minus 3 and x plus 5. Now in this part of the question, g of x is equal to 0. So we put 0 over here in place of g of x. It will become 2x minus 3. So this is the factorization form of the quadratic equation, and these are two factors. And we know that when there are two factors and the second side, there is 0 on the second side, so we know how to solve this. So we will write like this: it is 2x minus 3 equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0. After solving this one, the x will be 3 over 2, and solving the second equation, we will get x is equal to minus 5. In the next question, f of x is 3x minus 5 and we have to find f of minus 4. So we have already done this such question, and what we have to do, we have to plug in minus 4 in x. So we have to plug in, so it is 3 and we have to plug minus 4 in x and minus 5. And after simplification, after solving this, so the f of minus 4 is minus 17. In the next part B, we have to find the value of t given that f of t is equal to 10. This is function f of x and f of t is 10. First we have to put t in x. Once we have plugged in t in x, and we know that f of t is 10. So we will put 10 here. This is 10. It is 3t minus 4. Now we have, this is linear equation, and now we will solve this linear equation to find t. Sorry, this function is 3x minus 5. So it is minus 5. Let me correct this. Minus 5 and minus 5. Now if we solve this, it will become plus 15, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So t is 5. In C part, we have to find f inverse of x. In f inverse, to find the f inverse, the first step is we replace this f of x with y. So this will become y is equal to 3x. And as we know that we are going to find inverse of function, in the inverse of a function, y become x and x becomes y. So we switch y with x and x with y. And then we will make this new y the subject of the equation. This is our new y as a subject of the equation, and this new y is basically f inverse. So we will replace this new y with f inverse of x to show that this is our inverse function. This is how we can find inverse of this function. In the last part, we have to find f inverse of 4. What we have to do, we have to put this 4 in the inverse function. This is our inverse function, and we have to plug in 4 in x. 4 plus 5. We have plugged in 4 in place of x. So after simplification, 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So f inverse of 4 is 3. The answer is 3. In the next question, f of x is equal to x plus 2 and 2x minus 1. Multiply. These are two factors which are equal to f of x, and we have to evaluate f of 5.5. What we have to do, we will just plug in f 5.5 in x. We have just plugged in 5.5 in x. So this is our new equation, and after simplification, 5.5 plus 2 is 7.5, and 5.5 into 2 is 11. 11 minus 1 is 10. When you multiply 7.5 with 10, it is 75. In part B, we have, this is new function g of x, and we have to find g inverse of 5. So student, we can solve this question. There are two different methods, but we will restrict ourselves today on the method number 1, in which we have to first calculate g inverse of 5. There is another method which is shortcut method, but right now we restrict ourselves the same method which we have applied in the previous question. So for that we have to first calculate g inverse of x. To find g inverse of x, we will replace g of x with y as usual. This is our first step. So when we replace g of x with y, this function will become y is equal to 1 over 3 2x minus 1. In the next step, we will switch y with x and x with y. And from here, we will make this new y as a subject of the equation. this is our new y, and this new y is basically inverse. So we will replace this y with inverse. Though the function is g, so it is g inverse of x. We have found g inverse of x. And now we have to find g inverse 5. So just we will plug in just 5 in this g inverse. We will plug 5 in x in this new inverse function. Now after simplification, 5 3 is 15, and 15 plus 1 is 16, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So g inverse 5 is 8. In this question, this is the function, and in this function there is unknown p as well here. And we have to find f of minus 2 in terms of p. So what we have to do, we plug in minus 2 in x. Now we have just plugged in minus 2 in x. Now we will do simplification. Now after simplification, we got 7 plus 4p, and we have to write this in the answer space here. In the next part, we have to find the value of p given that this is the condition, given condition, f of minus 2 is equal to f of 0. We have already found what is f of minus 2. That is 7 plus 4p. Now we have to find now what is f of 0 here. So what we have to do, we have to plug in 0 in x. So when we put 0 here, this will become 0. And putting 0 in this x, it will also become 0. And then plus 3. Therefore f of 0 is 3. Now by using this condition, here f of minus 2 is equal to f of 0. And we know that what is f of minus 2. F of minus 2 is 7 plus 4p, and f of 0 is 3. Now this is equation, straight line, this is linear equation. Now we will solve this linear equation to find p. So p is minus 1, and we will write this minus 1 in the answer space. In the coming part, given that g of y is equal to y square minus 1, and we have to find g of a minus 1. In this part, what we have to do, we have to plug in a minus 1 in this y, which is g of y. We will put a minus 1 in y. So we have just plugged in a minus 1 in y. So we put a minus 1 here, and there is a square as well, and then minus 1. Now what we do, we will simplify this. Now we will use algebraic identity. I hope you know that. It is a square minus 2a and then plus 1. And then we use this minus 1 over here. I have applied algebraic identity over here, and this is the algebraic identity which I have used here. So if you don't know this algebraic identity, you can also expand this a minus 1 square like this. Just writing a minus 1 whole square equal to a minus 1 times a minus 1. Just expanding this, you will get the same answer, this one. And after simplification, this 1 cancel with this. So we have a square minus 2a. So therefore the final answer is a square minus 2a. In this question, the function f of x is 4x plus 3 divided by 2x, and you have to find 3. It is your assignment, and check your answer. Do this yourself. And in the B part, you have to find inverse of x. So this is your assignment. You should do that, and the answer is over here. So these are the answers, and you should do this yourself. Here there is another part of this question. Find the value of x for which f of x and f inverse of x is undefined. First we have to see for which value of x f of x will become undefined. This is f of x, and we have to see at which value of x this will become undefined. Undefined mean what value of x we will put in this function, so this function will give us math error on the calculator. To see that, we have to use this technique. The denominator is 2x. Just make this equal to 0. Always make the denominator equal to 0, and from here x is 0 over 2, that is 0. So if you plug in 0 in this function, this will give us math error. Let's check with the help of calculator. So 4 into 0, 4 into 0 plus 3 divided by 2 into 0, 2 into 0. So what I did here, I just plug in 0 in x and see the answer on the calculator. This is math error here. So if you put 0 in this function, so this will give you the math error, and math error means the function is undefined on f of 0. If you put value other than 0, you will get some value. You will find some value. But on x 0, this function will become undefined. So we normally write this. Whenever we write function, we write this undefined value over here, and we write like this, that x is not 0. So x is not 0 mean we will not put 0 in this function, because this function become undefined on this value, and other than 0 we are allowed to put any value other than 0. Now we have to see f inverse of x. At which value of x the f inverse of x will become undefined. So this is our f inverse of x. So to know that at which value of x this function will become undefined, we will do what we do. We will make denominator equal to 0. The denominator is 2, x minus 1 equal to 0, and just after solving this, the x will become 1. So if we put x1 in this function, that is inverse function, this function will give us math error. Let's confirm it with the help of calculator. So see, it is 3 divided by 2 brackets x. In x we will put 1. So 1 minus 1 bracket close, and see, let's math error. So in this function, when we put x1, this function will give us math error. In other words, this function is undefined at x is equal to 1. So we are not supposed to put this x1 in this function, and we are allowed to put any value other than 1. So how to write this? So to write this, that it is undefined at 1, we normally write x is not. Whenever we write function, we write with this, the information like this. So what does this mean? This function is defined at every value. This function is defined on every value of x, but it is undefined at x is equal to 1. So inverse is undefined at x is equal to 1, and the function itself is undefined at x is equal to 0. In the next coming question, a function is x cube minus 4, and we have to find f of minus 2. Please do it yourself. Just plug in minus 2 in this function. This is the working here, and the answer is minus 12. So after doing proper steps, this is our inverse function, and then we will write over here. In the next part, g of y is y square minus 3y plus 1. Write down and simplify an expression for g of a minus 2. So we have to plug in a minus 2 in y in this function. So we just plug in a minus 2 in y, and now we'll open this. It is up to you whether you should use identity or without identity. we will expand this. After expansion, and we have a square. So just plugging in a minus 2, and after simplification we will get this expression, a squared minus 7x plus 5. So it's not 5, it's 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 1, 11. So it is 11. Sorry, it is not 5, 11. In this question, the function is x squared minus 2x plus 1. This is quadratic equation, quadratic expression. Find the value of f inverse of 16. So in this question, this is quadratic expression, and we have to find the value of f inverse of x, f inverse of 16. So here what we have to do, we have to first find inverse function, and then we will plug in 16 into that function. And remember, to find the inverse function of a quadratic expression, we have to apply completing square method. Just remember, whenever we have to find the inverse function of a quadratic expression, we have to convert this quadratic expression into a completing square form. So see this, how we can convert this into a completing square form. And it is very easy question. It will not take a lot of time to convert it into a completing square shape. And this is our quadratic expression. To find inverse, we have to replace f of x with y. And you can see here, we can write this whole thing into this form, x minus 1 whole square. And we have converted this whole thing into completing square form, and now we have to switch y with x and x with y. And then take the square root on both sides. And remember, when you take square root of both sides, plus minus sign can be written here. So be careful about this plus minus sign, and we will bring this minus 1 on the other side. It will become plus minus square root of x and plus 1. So this is our inverse function. Now we will plug in this 16 in this function. And we have two inverse function because there is plus minus sign. Then the first one is with, I have written here with negative sign, and the second one is I have written with positive sign. Now I will plug in the value that is 16 in both of them. So after solving and simplification, so the answer is minus 3 and plus 5. So we have two answers. That is minus 3 and plus 5. In this last question, f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus 1, and f of minus 1 is equal to 0, and f inverse of 66 is equal to 5. And find the value of a and b, and hence find f of minus 3. So first we will use this information. So f of minus 1 is 0. We will put minus 1 in x. By putting minus 1, this is our simplified expression. Now we know that f of minus 1 is equal to 0. So we will replace this f of minus 1 with 0, and this will give us one equation. This is our equation. This is equation number 1, and there are two unknown, a and b. So for two unknown, we need two equations. So we have to find second equation as well. To find a second equation, we will use this information. And student, just see here and just try to understand this new technique. If we bring this f inverse on the other side, it will become f. So let me bring this f inverse over here. It will become 66, and this f inverse will become just f of 5. Okay, let me explain again. If we bring this inverse, f inverse, On the other side, it will become just x. In the same way, we can do that. If we bring this f on this side, it will become f inverse of 66 is equal to 5. Now I have brought this f on the other side. It has become f of 5 is equal to 66. So instead of finding inverse, so this technique help us to escape, to give us, so using these techniques, we can avoid finding the inverse of x. So now what we will do here, we will plug in f5 in x by substituting 5 in x. This is our expression and this is 1. Now we know that f of 5 is 66. So I will replace f of 5 with 66. So this will give me second equation. So after simplification, this is second equation. And if I just do little bit more manipulation with this equation will become a minus b equal to minus 1. So I have two equations and two unknowns. Now just by using the simultaneous equation method, we can find a and b. By using simultaneous equation, I will get a2 and b3. Hope you know that how to solve equation simultaneously, and a is 2 and b is 3. In the next part, we have to find f of minus 3. So first we have to plug this a and b in this function. So this function will become like this. Now we will put minus 3 in this function. Just putting minus 3, and after simplification, the f of minus 3 will be 10. So here, this is the last question, and here the function is f of x is equal to m plus nx. So we have to find the value of m and n, and to find these two values, we should have two informations. The first information is f of 0 is equal to 1, and the second information is f of 4 is equal to 21. So here this is function. Let's use this first information. So what we have to do, we have to plug in 0 in x. So f of 0 is, so when we plug 0 in x, it will become just n, because 0 into n is 0. So now I will replace this f of 0 with this 1. So 1 is equal to m. So m is 1. Now I will use this second information. So I will plug in 4 in x. So when I plug in 4 in x, so it will become f of 4. So just putting 4 here. M is 1. It is 1. And n into 4. Now I will replace this f of 4 with this 21. 21 is equal to 1 plus 4m. And it is 20, and 4 5s are 20. N is 5. So it's 1 and 5. In the last part, we have to calculate f inverse of 21. So here we have to calculate first f inverse, and then we'll plug in 21 there. So this is how we have solved this whole sheet. I hope you enjoyed this.